Sometimes you need to eat an entire cucumber. Let me show you the best way to do it. I've been seeing a lot of you guys making cucumber salad.
All right, day 200 or day 429 of the worldwide Megacrisis Hungerstrike. I'm on day 29, I think, of recovery since my 65th 5-day hunger strike. I go in streaks because of your blessings and your ethicality. And you'll see I started off this video with this guy who makes cucumber shakes, and I found him by accident. I saw somebody else make one of these shakes. Dr. Vegan is his name on Facebook, and I didn't know he might have gotten it from this guy that you see in the video. So I'm going to start up, as part of my gourmet vegan ethical cooking, a little shaker, because it is it's a food preparation that's can be healthy and fast. So I made a couple with mung beans and a few things, but it's a really condensed way to share ethical insights on how to eat properly on a whole bunch of dimensions that we normally don't think about, because we're, at least in North America, eating what the corporations want us to eat. And those corporations have introduced things into our food supply here that are not natural and not good. So in his video, which I'll put a link to, because I told him to make some vegan ones, because he has a lot of meat ones, and this one was vegan. And so I'm going to promote it a little bit, and then I'm going to start, as part of my healing process, I might show you how I make a couple of them. But I have no fresh vegetables anymore. I'm out of groceries, you guys. It is a bad situation, and recovery has to be longer because I went so long without food. I still can't feel my pinky properly. I think there's permanent nerve damage there, unfortunately. I don't think the doctors took my hunger strike seriously enough, and they just let the damage accumulate when they had a chance to scan it and heal it. So I think there's prejudice in the hospitals towards hunger strikers, when really we need to be doing peaceful protests now. Okay? Otherwise people are going to go towards violent protests, which we don't want, or else it will be the end of our species. Okay, so two things that are off, well, that could be improved about his video. Okay, I just want to say, when you watch it, it looks scrumptious, and I'm glad he used peanut butter, because I often use peanut butter. I have some right here. I don't want to promote the brand because the brand was on sale and surprisingly had no preservatives in it. So you could probably find which brand this is, but very rare. It's in plastic, which was one reason why I didn't want to buy it, but I had to. I had no money, you guys. I'm running on donations right now, and we're running thin because we're having so many people come into these meetings, like hundreds now, and a lot of them want to be paid and don't care about my sacrifice, which sucks, because we're in a dead spirit and people aren't inspired anymore by somebody who makes a sacrifice for them. But pretty soon, as people get desperate, they're going to be looking for that, and the desperation is already showing. Okay, so in his video, he uses Kraft peanut butter, which normally this brand here is not much better, but this one is the organic, natural kind, which is rare to find, and was cheaper than the preservative, garbagey kind of peanut butter, to make up a word there. So it's rare for me, and so I jumped on that. It was actually a quarter, or no, it was a third cheaper for me to buy this kind than to buy. Okay, good. I paused there for a second because normally I make these videos on my phone with the native recorder, but I use TikTok for this one because I'm using the Stitch thing. So normally when my alarm comes up, it disrupts the video, but it didn't on TikTok. So here we are. So yes, the peanut butter that he bought was Kraft, and Kraft puts in canola oil into their peanut butter, and sometimes icing sugar. And both of those aren't needed. Don't eat them. They make your nervous system and your taste buds in a way craving and desensitized to natural levels of sugar and peanut butter. So the normal peanut butter starts to taste a little bitter and a little bit of grit. But when you eat peanut butter naturally like that, your brain will forget this added crap they put into it. So it might taste okay in the moment. To me, when I'm eating normal peanut butter with all my natural stuff, and then I eat that kind of peanut butter, it tastes gross. It doesn't taste normal anymore. It's like, this isn't peanut butter. This is like it tastes like icing sugar. Like icing sugar mixed with a sort of bland, it doesn't taste good. The only reason why it tastes good is because you haven't had normal peanut butter in a long time. But if you eat it sort of regularly and you don't have an allergy, and you don't have somebody around you that has lethal allergies, which we sometimes do. I'm lucky I don't. I'm lucky in terms of my vegan peanut butter, but you can get a whole bunch of replacements too that are good for even people with peanut butter allergies. So one is he needs to replace the peanut butter and go with natural in glass containers, which you can get with Adams. Adams peanut butter here in Canada is the best one, but it's a little bit more expensive. But if it went on sale, it would sell like hotcakes. It's amazing. And sometimes you can get like the roasted. I like the crunchy kind. It adds extra as long as it doesn't get that burnt taste to it. If it's like the burnt taste, they've gone too far and it's not good. Okay, so the second thing that he did that needs to improve is the sriracha sauce, which I completely understand the addiction to that, because as a vegan for many years, one of the secrets is that if it tastes bland, am I back? Oh wow, it didn't delete either. My phone filled up and TikTok didn't delete the video like my other recording device does. Okay, we're in like no man's land now. This is great. Okay, so anyway, the second mistake that this guy made was using sriracha the normal way in the store. It has potassium sorbate in it, or the worst preservatives, the most powerful ones. And online it'll say it's fine, it's in natural doses, whatever. Don't listen to that. It's like every sauce you has this junk in it, and it's being shown that glyphosate and all these preservatives go straight through your digestive tract into killing bacteria in your gut. Your guts are just bacteria. And serotonin and all your happiness chemicals, like it's a second brain down there. It really disrupts you, or it could disrupt you. I did a little bit of a deep dive, but there needs to be more research still, but I don't take the chance, because almost anytime they find something like this from these big corporations, it's actually bad. So, and sriracha is a vegan secret to watery tofu food. You just throw some hot sauce on there if you like hot sauce, and it has this kind of umami, great taste to it because of the vinegar and the fermentation and a bunch of the stuff in there. But you can make it yourself, and it only takes a couple of days to ferment the chilies that you use. But when you realize that almost everything you eat has preservatives in it, or vegetable oils, or some kind of junk, or sugar, like literally everything you eat, and if you're not vegan, it's on top of inflammation from the dairy hormones, and the meat itself is not good for you. It causes a whole bunch of problems. So if you add all that up in a normal North American diet, or the average diet, you are getting like poisoned every day, 3 times a day, 4 times if you often. So even though it looks like it's in healthy amounts, you're eating a lot of it a day. And when you start tracking it, it's literally in everything. Sometimes you'll buy potato chips and there'll be like dried milk in there for some reason. So that's why I recommend really paying attention. And when you go vegan, a lot of the stuff gets cut out, except for the sauces. So the sauces was the last thing that I changed when I started looking at the labels more closely. Almost like 90% of the sauces in my fridge right now are from a year or 2 ago, when I cut out preservatives, and I'm not going to eat them. You can remake them yourself, and you can buy them without the preservatives in them. Same with pasteurized food. It can be dangerous if you don't pasteurize food, but you're supposed to have fermented like bacteria coming into your system. So there's a lot of things in our diets that are not good for us now, and they're compounding. So he has sriracha and he has the peanut butter, but technically the sesame oil is also like Korean crack is what they call it. It's also a secret vegan trick to make something taste even better. That is good, in like you can have it in small amounts, but you're not supposed to be having any seed oils really, except for extra virgin olive oil, which changes the flavors of some food. So as a vegan, you have to balance that, and there's ways to do it. So I would recommend adding extra virgin olive oil to almost every meal. Have omega-3s to balance out any seed oils that that you're having. He's having 2. He's having the vegetable oil, probably canola oil, and the Kraft peanut butter, and he's having the sesame oil. So all these little things actually add up a lot quickly.